I wanted to see how today's world looked through a 100-year-old lens, so I'm shooting a different film stock every week of 2026 on my 100-year-old camera. This week I'm shooting Kentmere 100, pushed 2 stops to 400 ISO. For this week's episode I've decided to revisit a spot I've been to before. I previously shot Sinister 800T here at night and thought it would be a good idea to come back and capture it during some rare morning sun. What I didn't realise was that this place seemed to be completely closed. I shot this video at 10 o'clock on a Sunday morning and there was no one in sight. In the end, it was great to have this place to myself to explore a bit. The abandoned cars covered in years of grime caused by the trees made great subjects alongside the seemingly abandoned petrol station. With how the light was hitting the scene, I just had to make the most of it and get a couple of angles with these 2 cars in. This place has some really unique features to it that I haven't managed to find yet at another spot in my area. With the trees surrounding it and the abandoned cars, it's the closest I can find to a location rainy days would find in the middle of nowhere in America. So after grabbing the shots and making sure not to outstay my welcome, I jumped in the car and made the short journey to Alderley Park, a business park with various housing developments alongside. On a weekend, the place tends to be pretty empty, apart from the regular security rounds made by the guards. There's a lot of interesting compositions to be found here, from the nearly empty 7-storey car parks to the modern buildings that appear to have no one in them, at least on weekends. I could easily shoot a full 36 exposure roll of 35mm film here. I decided to explore one of the multi-stories first, grabbing a couple of pretty eerie shots before making a move towards the lake that is also here. I've got to admit, I wasn't entirely comfortable exploring the empty multi-storey car park on my own. To decide on my next composition, I went for a walk to see what I could find. There were a lot of cool places I wanted to picture, but I only had 2 exposures left at this point, so I had to make every one count. The building that had a partial overhang onto the lake was a good subject to capture first. For the next spot, I decided to frame the backdrop with this square cut through, which I think turned out great. Let's take a closer look at this week's pictures. All of this week's pictures will be posted to my Instagram and TikTok, whether they're good or bad. I'll be releasing a brand new episode every Sunday at 5 PM, so be sure to follow for more.